Audible.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
But yesterday we were discussing about the riverboat problems. No, I posted some problems. I have to do. I don't know they printed or not. Of course, you can't attend whether it became late by the time you posted. Let us go ahead with some problems based on the riverboat. We have done few problems, I think. What is the last one, man? Answer is 15 minutes. That one only, no? Right. So let us quickly review what we learned. One is, this is the length L, that's the width of the river. This is the normal to the width of the river. It's called the x-axis, it's the y-axis. Okay. Person will make an angle of theta with this and move. It is velocity of man with respect to water. Depending upon these two sums, this is nothing but velocity of man, vector sum of these two. This is with respect to ground. This is only man with respect to ground. Remember this? So depending upon the values of these two, he may land up anywhere. So x is a variable. It depends upon these two. Okay. After that, what we have done, we found V man with respect to ground. Remember that? Clear enough? Hello? Can you tell what you got? X component, X component. Velocity of water with respect to ground. Am I right? Minus velocity of man with respect to water sine theta plus velocity of man with respect to water. So take time crossing
Velocity of man
T equals, we have seen that L by VMW cos theta. Okay, then we have seen drift. X equals V man with respect to water with respect to ground. Am I right or not? Minus VMW sin theta X component into T. Hope you remember all this. So this is T is nothing but, this is all we discussed in earlier classes. I'm just reviewing this, right? Now let us come back to this. After that, we have discussed some special cases. What is that? This is the
So
general
what
one.
is the time and distance?
One is to cross river in shortest time. Okay, that means T min. So in that case, you have theta should be equal to 0. Remember? Remember this or not? Okay, so in that case, the drift x will be any doubt is that till here? Clear? Understood this? So after this, we have seen. Shall I turn this? This is a summary of what we learned. The last one also we have learned. That means x should be equal to 0. No drift should occur. You should reach diametrical opposite point. No. Therefore, what we have done is for sine theta equals, therefore he can reach theta. So here VWG must be less than VMW. Okay, understood this? The other thing is, in this case, the time of crossing will be L by root over. Agreed or not? Clear?
Yes.
So these are the different aspects we discussed. Now, let us go ahead with further problems. Completed? Shall we go ahead?
1 minute, sir.
Completed?
1 minute.
Now, if you can know this, how to do, you can solve any problem. That's why I'm repeating so many times. What is the analysis we are doing, how to proceed. Completed?
Yes, sir, completed.
Note on this. So you turn the page.
1 minute, sir.
Sir,
1 minute, sir.
1 minute, sir. Done, sir.
1 minute, sir.
1 minute, sir.
Done.
1 minute.
Okay. How much time are writing, man? Those who finish
Done, sir.
he says that the river is like this. Assume that width of the river is given as d. As per the problem, the width is given as d. What he says is this is the velocity of man with respect to water at an angle with river flow as per the problem. Do you agree with this?
Yes, sir.
So this magnitude is given. Okay. And what else is given?
Velocity of water with respect to ground U.
Okay. Now, what first one, what is asking is net velocity. See, there are two vectors, no? Agree? According to parallelogram law, this is the resultant velocity or not? Agreed. This velocity of man with respect to ground is nothing but vector sum of these two, no? This is not ordinary sum, it is a vector sum, not a scalar one. That comes to be this. Do you agree with this? Any doubt is there?
Yes, sir.
Now he is asking this. You know that two vectors are there making an angle of theta. First vector, second vector. Do you agree with this? And suppose we need the angle also. with what it is making Do you agree with this?
Yes, sir.
So this is a resultant velocity of the person. So here understood this. So we have successfully finished. He is asking the net velocity. Whenever a vector quantity is asked, we should give the magnitude as well as direction. Understood this?
Yes, sir.
Also find how far. So he's asking first we can get the time of crossing. How to get the time of crossing, man? Time of crossing.
Cos theta.
It is nothing but delta y with respect to ground by velocity of man with respect to ground. In which direction? There is what? No, ground man I have to take. How distance is from ground, no? D by what is this component? Sin theta. Do you agree with this? This component in this vertical direction is how much? Remember this?
Sin alpha, right?
Hmm?
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
Sin alpha,
Sin
sir.
alpha.
Sir, we can't find the time using the L by VMW cos theta formula.
Huh?
Can't we find time by using that L by VMW cos theta formula, sir?
I didn't get you what you're saying.
Sir, can't we find time by using L by VMW?
No, what is the y component of that you have to take, no? Time of crossing is nothing but this y component of man with respect to ground. Remember this? Same thing you have done earlier also. Okay.
Sir.
Whole into I cap plus what is this? Sin theta j cap.
J cap.
Okay. Am I right? So this should be clear. Yes. Hello? If results, what is the y component, man? Check up. We need y component of velocity of man with respect to ground. What is it you are getting here? This is with respect to ground, distance is d. What is the velocity of man with respect to ground? We got y component. Observe this. It has two components, no? What are those?
Yes, sir. Yes,
This is
sir.
the y component. This is the x component. That's why I told don't mug up formulas. Reason is this only. It won't work out. Problem to problem to derive. Any doubt is that till here? Hello?
No, sir.
Sir.
You have to derive for every problem in IIT. IP and all, nobody will ask problems only. Board exam, you don't worry about that. A lot of patience we need to have. Shall I turn the page? So you
Yes,
got time of crossing, you got. What else is
Sir.
asking? Once you know time of crossing, you will get X.
In what
He's asking.
direction does the boat move?
Already we got that, no? Boat moves in this direction. Second one is this one, you know?
Yes, sir.
This is the answer for part 1. This is the answer for part 2. Okay. Now the last one is X is asking. Am I right? So you have velocity of man with respect to ground in the X direction into T. What is that you have? This is nothing but V plus U sin theta into D by just pause on. Any doubt is that till here?
No, sir.
Velocity of water with respect to ground is U. Man with respect to V. Okay. Man with respect to water curtain. I think now we should have some idea of how to approach this riverboat problems. Understood this? If you sit with that, I posted yesterday, now do these problems. L.
Sir, in the third one, it is d by velocity of man with the ground data, no? Sir, in third question, third answer, X
This
drift.
one only. This one.
It
This
should
one
be,
also.
sir, third one.
Tell.
Sir, d by velocity of man with respect to ground sine theta, no?
This one, man. T. This else. When you accepted this, you have to accept same thing I wrote here, no? Am I right or not?
Sir.
Shall I turn this over?
1 minute.
Not on this.
Done, sir.
Just a second, sir.
Not on fast.
Completed, sir.
Shall I turn the page?
1 minute.
Not on fast.
Done, sir.
The whole thing, you have to use the basic concepts only for any problem. What is the story for this again? Let us take this is what we have done. I think many times we drew this diagram. Okay. components VMW mod, what is this? Cos theta. This is VMW sin theta. Okay, this is the velocity of river flow is this. Okay, therefore, along with this vector, this will be added up. Velocity of this. And finally, you know that this fellow will be having a vector in this direction. Is the resultant velocity. Understood this? After that, the story begins as it is. You found, first thing is time of crossing you found. That is delta y with respect to ground. Because you take this respect to ground. Along, sorry, which axis? Y axis. So this is nothing but L, man with respect to ground along the Y axis. What is the T got? And you know that this drift, velocity of man with respect to ground along X into time. This is what we have done. This is nothing but all this you have done. Agreed. Hello? Now you can see that what is asking.
Direction of the boat. At what angle to the stream?
Minimum distance is asking.
To minimum drift, sir.
That means X should be 0. Okay, so what is sin theta? So this is possible. This is what you learn now. Understood this? Hello?
Understood, sir.
What he says is here. He has given n times less means this is what he has given, 1 by n. Agreed? Therefore, where n is an integer, okay. Understood this? So far followed? So from this we can conclude that therefore in this case x cannot be 0. Do you agree with this or not? Hello?
Yes, sir.
VMW cos theta, sir. That's
Yes,
right.
sir. L by
Component.
VMW.
Yes, sir. L by
By
VMW cos
component
theta.
of, sir,
Which one?
left
This
right
one? Huh?
side. Yes,
Time,
sir.
sir. Time. Yes, sir. That one. Y component, right, sir?
Sir, and VM by W, no?
VM by W, sir.
0
Y
G.
component.
This one, huh?
Sir, there only. Sir, that
Oh,
code,
sir.
that only, sir.
That same. Yes, sir.
Ah,
VMW.
Okay. Understood this till here?
Yes, sir.
I told you, if you know this analysis, you can solve any problem. But here you can see x cannot be 0. Why? This is greater than 1. Understood this? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
See,
Yes, sir.
minimum value x should be 0, but that is not there. So other possibilities you have see. So remaining available possibilities, x can be anything which is greater than 0 to infinity, no? Among them, you have to find the minimum value. Understood this? X is 0, no doubt it is minimum because he lands here. But that is not possible in this case. Why? It is not satisfying this condition. If and only if. Do you agree with this? That means x cannot be 0. Now we have to find out then what is the other value which is minimum in this case. Follow what I am saying? Hello?
Sir, followed.
For example, minimum stage for a person to declare that he is alive, his heart should be beating. That fellow will be moving or that's not, he may be in coma or anything. His heart is beating, we say he is alive. That is the minimum condition. All organs are functioning, oh, very good. So that is not understood what I am saying. So you should have one minimum value, x is, that is not possible. So definitely we cannot say that x is 0. So only possible is among the other available values. What is the minimum value? Shall I turn this?
sir,
Hello?
if n is greater than 1, sir, excuse me.
Tell me.
Hello, sir. Sir, if
Ah,
n is greater than 1, then sin theta cannot be greater than 1, no?
that's why to search for any other possible values are there. I am checking that only. Wait, what is the condition? After this, I'll
Okay.
continue. Shall I turn this?
1 minute, sir.
Already done all this. Fast.
Completed, sir.
1
Done,
minute,
sir.
sir. 1 minute. Sir, please wait 1 minute. Done, sir.
X is minimum, no? What is that you got here, X? Do you agree with this? Hello?
Agree, sir.
No, this is nothing but do you agree with this?
Agree, sir.
Right. Now x is varying with theta now. That means he can take any direction, no? Do you agree with this?
So,
Remember this? Maximum minimum theory we have done. Remember that or not? Hello?
yes, sir.
At the time when I told you felt there is mathematics, we require this. Minus L into L is a constant now, I can remove from this now. So is 0. See, secant theta is because remember that d by dx of secant x is secant x tan x. In differentiation, you learn fully. Okay. And this is derivative of tan is secant square theta. Tan x is secant square x. Okay. Now from this, what you can conclude, secant theta will go over here. Okay. L will go away.
Sir, again, sin theta equal to.
This agreed on it? Hello. Now this can be written as sin by cos. That means sin theta is how much? Do you agree with this or not? Hello? It is just the reverse of
Yes, sir.
previous one. It is just the reverse of previous one. Till here you note down. I'll again go further. Shall I turn the page then?
1 minute.
Try to understand and do it slowly. Now in this case, this is more than this, no, n times. So this will become 1 by n, no, here.
Yes, sir.
1 by n is less than n, no? Less than 1. Shall I turn this?
Yes, sir.
Convenient, sir.
Complete. Hello?
It's a computer.
You got this, no? For simplicity's sake, this is taken as you are. We have taken earlier you are, we are. Just for simplicity's sake. Understood this? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now you got sine theta understood this or not? Clear? That is nothing but what you have here. V both velocity by n. So now x mean you can construct on triangle like this sine theta. Therefore, minimum value of x is u by v. What is sine theta from this number? Understood this? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt is there? So you can see this is not 0, no? Previously it is 0. Any doubt is there? Just the reverse of this. Understood this? Clear?
Yes, sir.
So in the second case, drift is minimum, but it is not equal to 0.
Sir,
Tell me.
the equation you got for x, from where did you get it, sir? The problem is solved in that or not by separate.
This x is there, no? In that I substituted theta. I have to substitute these values, no? This is x for any value of theta.
No, sir.
I
I'm asking how did you get it? How did you got x?
how did I get
That
X,
V
X.
by U, he's asking that.
Sir,
this
L
one?
secant theta how?
This one, na?
Yes, sir.
This 1000 times I have done, no? Not once. What is this, no? All this derivation, what you have done, x is this one, no? This is sending inside. We got the C.
Okay, sir. Okay, you directly. Okay, sir.
That's why, see, remember, all of you don't think you're extraordinary children. Everybody are like this only. People who got ranks also in the beginning, they're like that. They got ranks because consistently for 2 years, they struggled a lot. They got irritation, everything. Finally, success has come. You people like 2 plus 3, 5. Very good. 5, I understood. What is the use in that? Such type of problem you want. I don't give. That's why I taught math so much. Struggle, any doubt is there, you can ask again and again. Don't feel that I'm angry and all. Ultimately,
Sir,
get the result. Enjoy your life. That's all. Tell.
sir, that I'm not understanding that sin theta equal to V by U by N equal to N.
He gave this, no? He has given that. See, what he has given? Velocity of man with respect to water. He gave this, I think, no? See, what he has given?
Yes, sir, he gave, sir, n times of water velocity.
He gave this, no? He read that boat moves relative to water velocity n times less than. Okay, a boat moves relative to water means man with respect to water is n times lesser he gave. See, follow
Yes, sir.
this.
Yes, sir.
Agreed. So man with respect to water. This V1 you know, we have taken
Yes.
V by U. So this is 1 by n. No? Okay. Am I right or not? This is coming to be 1 by n. No?
No, sir, n only, sir.
Sir, N
Why?
only, sir.
N only, sir, n only. That n 1 by n will go upside, no, sir. We
Yes,
will
sir.
No
cancel.
man, no. Velocity of what
Yes,
is
sir.
n
1
times
by
it
N.
is.
Sir, we
See,
send
man.
that velocity ground after. Yes, sir. 1 by
Read
N.
that. 1 by n, man. Read the question. Velocity of boat. We want this by this. Divide that. What you are getting? 1 by n, no?
Yes, sir, 1 by n, 1 by n.
Okay. See, remember that even I too don't remember any formulas. I have to derive everything. This is n square minus secant theta is first one. This is secant theta. Tan theta. Understood this? Clear? No doubt it is difficult, yes. But what to do? I hate advanced fellows will ask me. When the paper is difficult only, you'll get better rank, man. Because bench car cannot be owned by everybody, no?
Tan theta is 1 by root over n square minus 1.
Which one? Tan
Tan
theta.
theta.
1 by n.
1 by
No.
1
Opposite
by
by.
root over n square minus 1.
Correct or correct? So finally, our conclusion is this. Understood this?
Sir, can you move the page little downwards?
Pardon?
Sir, can you move the page little downwards?
Downward or upward? This is what you visible now for you.
Yes, sir.
Completed?
1 minute, sir.
Completed?
Done, sir.
So this is the basic concept of all the problems of river boat. Okay. Now you can try some more problems in the assignment. And I think I'll just quickly revise the rain umbrella problems. See, I'll just quickly explain. A man goes like this, rain is falling vertically. You have to find velocity of rain with respect to man, which is nothing but velocity of rain minus velocity of man. Understood this? Clear or not? So this is velocity of, so finally this is the angle he should make with the vertical. This is what we learned.
Yes, sir.
Is it clear? Shall I turn this?
Yes, sir.
So if you just remember this small figure in your mind, basic concept is same. Okay. See, nothing is mentioned means it is understood that they are with respect to ground. So based on that, we will do some problems. So what I mean to say is the whole thing, velocity of man with respect to ground will be given. Okay. So this is his magnet something, he'll give some value. And velocity of rain with respect to ground will also be given. For example, minus j. Now we need what? Velocity of man, rain with respect to man. This is rain with respect to ground, man with respect to ground. Okay, so this is nothing but rain with respect to ground. Okay, so now you can see this is minus I. I'm just simply making a vector addition, nothing else. Okay. Yeah, I'm taking this as clear. Vector sum of this. So this will be the vector. We will say what is the angle made with the vertical. This is theta. That means the rain tends to flow like this in this direction. So you keep the umbrella like this. Okay. Now you can see that if this is theta, this is also, what will be this? Theta only, no?
Yes.
Agreed. So therefore, this is theta again. These are parallel. So what is sine theta and theta? You can take simply opposite side by adjacent side. That's it. Understood this? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Shall I turn this? Shall I turn this? Hello.
1 minute, 1 minute.
So all this I have done earlier and just revising. At least from today, try to do the allotted work, and so far you have taken easily. Syllabus, all that is college headache, not yours. Shall I return this? Hello. Finish? And suppose he gives a problem, a man is a man moving. Observes rain falling vertically at find so here he says rain falling. That means the fellow has given this directly. Observe, this is velocity of rain with respect to man is given. See, observe that rain is falling vertically. Do you agree? And say man is walking in this direction.
Sir, velocity of rain with respect to man is 10 minus g. No?
Which one?
That
10. This is 10 I get. That one, no? Now, first write the
Not
vector.
that, sir. Not that.
Sir, you wrote
Velocity of
opposite
rain.
value.
Yes, sir. Velocity of rain with respect to man is 10, sir. And that is 5.
Okay, this is velocity of rain, velocity of man. Now construct the vector diagram. Okay, what is the two things we have? Rain, already you have. So therefore, velocity of rain is asking direction of rain with respect to ground. After that, simply construct the vector diagram. Nothing is there in this. You have taken this as J, this is I. Okay, so this is 10 minus J. What is this? 5I. Okay, so that means this should be the velocity of rain with respect to the ground. Great. So this makes an angle of theta, for example. Okay, followed. So what is tan theta you want? With what? With vertically downward. Understood this? Now suppose he asks the magnitude of this. It is nothing but mod of, this is nothing but 5 square plus 10 square, 125. I think it is 15 meter per second.
How, sir?
225 that is.
5
Okay,
root
this is
5 root 5, sir.
5 root 5. Okay. So based on this, some problems are there which I gave the question numbers. Work out immediately today so that, and any doubts are there, you can ask them in class tomorrow. No problem. Or post it in the group. We'll explain clearly once again.
Sir,
Okay.
I posted a question in the group.
Yes, sir.
At what time?
Today by 6
that,
o'clock I posted, sir.
That one alpha B exam question, no, that is?
Yes, sir.
Right. Today I'll post it. Wait. Yesterday we were a little bit busy with results and all. Anyhow. Right. So far, any doubts are there, man?
No, sir.
I think you have class,
Yes.
no? At 11. Okay. We'll meet in the next class, okay?
Thank you, sir.
Right,
Yes,
right.
sir.
See, all of you please observe your WhatsApp by 8 o'clock, man. Sometimes I may start at 8:30. 2 hours class I'll take, okay? No problem, no?
Yes, sir. No problem.
Okay, sir.
Eight,
No
by
problem.
8 o'clock I'll post the timings depending upon my comfortable, okay? Right then. Take
Okay,
care.
sir.
Bye bye.
Thank
Have
you,
a
sir.
nice
Bye.
day. Bye bye bye. హలో గుడ్ మార్నింగ్ అమ్మా. ఏం లేదు, నిన్న కెమిస్ట్రీ క్లాస్ అటెండ్ అయ్యాడమ్మా బాబు? నిన్న ఓకే ఓకే. ఈరోజు నుంచి 11 o'clockకి ఆర్గానిక్ ఉంది, 3 o'clock ఫిజికల్ ఉంది, 3 o'clock 3 to 4 ఫిజికల్ కెమిస్ట్రీ ఉందమ్మా. ఈరోజు 11 to 12 ఆర్గానిక్ ఉంది. ఓకే, ఒక సెకండ్. 11 to 12 ఆర్గానిక్ ఉందమ్మా. 12 to 1:30 మ్యాథ్స్ ఉంది. అందుకని